Have you ever caught yourself wondering, how much time do I have left? When this thought slips in quietly that you didn't invite, but it hits. And not in a dramatic way, and not in a fearful, panicked way, just a quiet awareness. And then just as quickly it slips away. Because thinking about mortality feels, well, it feels uncomfortable. But what if I told you that leading into the thought about mortality just a little might actually help you live more fully? That actually understanding how our aging brings new awareness of time passing. Hi, I'm Ellen with Chiming In with Ellen. If you're new here, I'm so glad you found me. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Today, we're talking about something that we don't often say out loud, but many of us think about more and more as we get older. It's mortality, time, and the quiet anxiety that can come with both of them. There's that shift that happens as we age. When we're younger, time feels endless and we make plans like we have all the time in the world. But somewhere along the way, we start to realize that that may not be true. And that realization doesn't always come with panic. Sometimes it just comes with a quiet unease. Questions in the backgrounds of our lives, like, am I running out of time? And did I use my time well? And is there more than I wanted to do? Part of the anxiety comes from the things we can't control. Our bodies change, how we look changes. And then there's the world around us, a society that celebrates youth and really doesn't really know what to do with aging. Um, People we love age, they get sick, and sometimes we lose them. And we're reminded again and again that life is not permanent. So we start to feel time is something that's slipping away from us, and that can feel scary. But underneath that fear are deeper questions, questions we don't always say out loud, like, am I running out of time to do what matters most? Did I spend too much of my time worrying instead of living? What will people remember about me? Have I truly enjoyed my life, or have I just gotten through it? These are not easy questions, but they are powerful ones. Stay with me because this thought might shift how you feel about aging. Here's something I've come to believe. Avoiding thoughts about mortality doesn't make the fear go away. It just pushes it into the background. And when we gently face it, we allow ourselves to acknowledge it, and something shifts. We begin to see time a little differently, not something as we're losing, but something that we still have. And this might sound strange, but recognizing that our time is limited can actually be a gift. This is where things started to change for me because it brings clarity. It helps us see what really matters. The small things we used to stress about, they don't feel as important. But the meaningful things, the things that we focus on, it sharpens what really matters. It helps you let go of trivial matters. It encourages you to find deeper gratitude in everyday moments, and it pushes you to reconnect with people, passions, and yourself. And it reminds you that your time has value right now. And we start to realize life isn't made up of someday, it's made up of today. Instead of thinking, oh gosh, I'm running out of time, instead you think, my time is meaningful. Instead of it's too late, you think, what can I do today? What new thing can I do today? This may be the most important question of the entire video. What can I begin now? Because the truth is, as long as we're here, there's still life to live, still moments to create, and still joy to experience. If this is resonating with you, just let me know by liking this video. It helps me know that I'm not alone in these thoughts, and maybe you're not either. So, what does living fully right now look like? It doesn't have to be a big dramatic change. It can be simple. Spend more intentional time with people who matter. Reach out to people that you've been thinking about and reconnect. saying something that you've been holding back, especially if it's holding negativity. Letting go of something that no longer matters is often easier said than done, but it's very freeing. And you should definitely try to create moments instead of waiting for the right time. It's about being intentional, not being perfect and not just being busy, but being present. Let me ask you something. If you truly believed that time was limited, and not in a fearful way, but in an honest way, what would you change first? What would you stop doing? If you only thought you had a small window of time, what would you start doing? Think about things like this. What brings me real joy that I've been putting off? Who should I reconnect with? And what does a meaningful day look like for me? Sometimes the answers to those questions are exactly where we need to begin. Aging is not just about loss, it's also about awareness. And mortality is not just an ending, it's a teacher. It reminds us that our time right now has value, that this moment matters, and that we are still here, and that means something. We don't need to have all the answers, just the courage to ask the questions. The goal isn't to fear the end, it's to live fully in the moment that we are in right now. If this resonated with you, I'd really love to hear your thoughts. Have you found yourself thinking more about time as you've gotten older? Let's talk about it in the comments. And if you enjoy these kinds of conversations, I'd love for you to subscribe and join me here. Your thoughts, ideas, experiences, and feelings really do matter. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for chiming in, and I'll see you the next time.